live. Hi everybody, it's Allie and I'm here with Justin. And I wanted to share with you guys some awesome work that his company is doing. And this is our first Facebook Live in 2020, so I'm really excited to kick it off here at Relative Care. So Justin, thank you for being live with us.
Thank you.
So again, if you are watching this video now live, feel free that you can write in questions if you have them for Justin. If you're watching it later, feel free to share it with people, or you can comment below and I can pass your questions on to Justin. The number to reach him is listed in the description. So let's just jump right in. Justin, can you tell anybody that's watching now live or later on what it is that you guys do here and how you help older adults and their families?
Sure. So at Relative Care, we provide caregivers in the non-medical setting in their homes or in a facility, provide personal care or companionship. We can take your loved one or relative or family member or friend to a doctor's appointment. You name it, we can essentially do it for that person or that individual. We also have a branch that has DME and medical supplies, as well as home. But we also do home modifications as well for those individuals. So anything that you may need or any questions that you may have concerning your loved one, I'm sure we either have a solution or we can point you in a direction of where you could find someone that could help.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I really like about what you guys do here is that you cover a lot of different bases. So tell anybody watching and tell me again, I know I've heard this story before, but how did you get involved in doing this? Like, how did you decide to start this business?
Well, I was stationed in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. I was in the Marine Corps, and I was raised by my grandparents, and I received a Red Cross letter that my grandmother wasn't doing well, and she probably wouldn't make it through the night. So I shot home, made it to the hospital. At her bedside, my grandfather said, "I'll see you soon." Mm-hmm. And in that moment, I knew I wasn't prepared to lose my grandmother, but I was accepting of it. But I was definitely not ready to lose my grandfather. Mm-hmm. So we hired a home care agency out of Delaware County called Home Helpers. Mm-hmm. I always give them credit.
Because shout out.
They extended my grandfather's life 10 plus years, which gave me an opportunity to introduce my daughters to the man that raised me, which was huge for me because, in the event they ever looked at their ears or my ears, they would know right where they came from. But no, I remember meeting with my mom and asking her, like, how the heck do we do this? There's something beautiful about home care or companionship or stimulating someone when you have the ability to extend someone's life and give someone like myself the opportunity to introduce maybe their children or a friend or family member to the people that raised them and capturing, honestly, there were so many stories as it was getting closer to the end of my grandfather's life that I needed to know, I wanted to know about his past. Yeah. And thankfully that caregiver allowed us that opportunity. So that's really why we got into it. Yeah. And we started back in 2003 and haven't looked back. Actually, the day I got out of the Marine Corps, we started Relative Care, yes.
Oh, that's so cool. So I know you touched a little bit on it before, but for anybody that's watching, explain what makes your agency different, because I know there's a lot of things and there's a lot of home care agencies to choose from. So what is it that kind of adds an advantage to you guys?
I think the amount of services that we can offer or provide, if you're just looking at comparing a home care agency to a home care agency, we all essentially have an amazing caregiving team. Mm-hmm. We are family owned and operated, so it's me, my mom, my wife, and everyone else that works in this office or our other officers are considered family. But we have the ability to, again, offer the DME, the medical supplies, the home modifications to the participant as well. So hate to use the phrase one-stop shop, but essentially if you call us, we can pretty much take care of any need that you may have outside of hospice for your loved one.
That's awesome. That's a big deal because I think when people decide that that's how they want to age, is age in their home, it's not just about bringing in a caregiver. And so often people think they can do it themselves, but what you're doing is not only the caregiver, but also changing the home in ways that it might need to be changed and addressing the equipment that they might need to stay safe in their home. That's awesome. Is there anything that you would say is kind of like something people don't understand about what you do, or a misconception, or something you wish people understood better?
Communication. Communication is huge in this industry, as far as that individual receiving care or the family member that are assisting with that individual receiving care. The more they communicate with the agency, the better off the care is going to be provided. If there's ever an issue with the care, you have to be very vocal and get your point across to us as an agency, so we can make those changes to ensure the care that you're receiving is at the highest quality. But that also falls on us. We need to communicate better with you as well, from an agency standpoint, letting you know when there's changes with a caregiver, or caregivers, are sick. And that happens a lot. As much as we try, or I think every agency tries to place that continuity of care, that consistent caregiver with your loved one, they have their lives as well when it comes to their children, their physical health. So patience and communication is huge in this industry.
Yeah, for sure. So do you guys have something that you're looking forward to, something coming up that's exciting, or what kind of innovations are you looking forward to?
As far as, right now on the home health side, we're dealing with the, oh my goodness, I forget, it slipped my mind. But no, we have a lot of exciting things that we're looking forward to. Yeah. 2019 taught us a lot about ourselves. We got a lot of great feedback from customer service surveys, or customer satisfaction surveys, and employee satisfaction surveys. We have with the home health is the PDGM changes with Medicare, so we're adapting to that, but ensuring that our patients are still receiving the same level of care. So 2020, we're excited just because of everything 2019 taught us.
Right. I feel that. So anybody that's watching that might be hearing what you're saying and thinking, I think I do need to maybe start considering home care either for myself or for a loved one, what's a piece of advice that you would share with them after all your years of experience doing this work?
Reach out immediately, not whether it's to us or to another agency or the local AAA. Get as much information as possible. You can research it on, Google it. Google home care. Get the frequently asked questions. Make sure you do your homework on the agency, because it's risky bringing an individual into your home. So make sure all your questions are answered prior to having an agency start. That's awesome. That's a really, really good piece of advice. And then if people are watching and they'd like to get in touch with you and your team, what's the best way for them to do that? You can call the office at 610-269-2935, or you can visit our website at www.myrelativescare.com. It looks like scare, but it's care, myrelatives with an S, care.com. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Justin. And guys, again, if you have any questions for Justin, his number is in the description, or send him an email, go visit their website, or as always, you can always reach out to me. My number is 610-455-5180. All right, everybody have a good day. We'll see you soon. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.